opened for the first time, the user is automatically directed to a login page to provide his Google credentials. After the user is authenticated and is asked for permission to access his Google Calendar events, when the user grants permission, he can start using the app. The system fetches the events for that day and shows it in this list. The user can view details of an event by clicking on one cell. A pop-up view is shown with the details of the event. The user can then close the pop-up by clicking outside. The user may swipe left to see the hourly weather for the day so that he can better plan his events. This view also shows the current temperature and the low and high temperatures fetched from the NEA API. The user can then swipe right to view the events again. The user can add events or edit events as well. To edit an event, first open the event details and click the edit icon. Here, the user can edit any of the fields such as title, start time and end time, reminder, and notes. We have error checking to ensure only valid input is inserted. For example, the user cannot choose a start time for an event before the current time. Since this is a daily planner, it does not make sense to create events before the current time. Also, the start time cannot be after the end time. Hence, if the user changes the start time to be after the currently chosen end time, the user is warned and the end time is to be changed 1 hour after the new start time. However, for the end time, when the user sets the end time before the start time, the user is warned again and this change is not registered. The user can also edit the reminder. He is only allowed to enter integers here. Any other invalid character input would trigger a warning and the field will be cleared. The user can click outside to discard the changes, or he can click on the green button below to confirm that to save the changes. These changes are also updated in the Google Calendar in real time. The user can also add an event. Let's say he wants to plan his dinner for the day. He creates a new event by clicking on the plus icon. He puts in his desired event title and duration for the event. The event title is, let's say, dinner. Then he can suggest locations for the event by clicking on the suggest location icon. This opens a map view centered on the current location of the user. In the simulator, it is a simulated location in Singapore. The map shows markers for locations of interest in Singapore. These locations are obtained from the OneMap API. There are two categories of locations, food and sports, currently in our app. Since the user is looking for places to eat, let's use the food locations. The user clicks on one of the markers to view the details of the location. He can click once again to choose the location. Once confirmed, the user is led back to the edit event view where the event location is automatically updated. The user puts in other details as required and clicks the green button to save the event. The event is added and an API call is made to update the Google Calendar of the user. The user can access the suggest location feature without editing an event also. Let's open the dinner event and look for new suggestion. He can go through the same workflow and choose a different location this time. There is also another category of location supported in our app, which is sports centers. Let's say the user wants to find a place where he wants to go swimming. He clicks on the swimming event and then the suggest location button. The map is opened and the user chooses the category sports instead. And the markers are shown, and in a similar fashion the user can choose a new location as his desired one. The user can also delete events by clicking on the edit view, which has a trash can icon. After confirming, the event is deleted and all these changes are also registered on the Google Calendar. The user can also switch accounts if he wants to, or log out if he wishes to, by clicking on the icon on the top right hand corner of the page.